So we're going to go through some of this. Italy officially suspends Schengen travel with Spain, ordering sea and air border closures amidst Ceuta migrant crisis. The Prime Minister of Denmark, Frederiksen, is now calling on the EU to suspend Spain from the Schengen agreement due to the incident in Ceuta. Finland and Austria join Italy's calls for the closing of Schengen border to Spain. Basically, everybody is roaching out on them. Moroccan, what is this here? Germany offloading men near the border with Ceuta in... What? What is this, the Looney Tunes? Oh my god. Look at them, they just keep coming. Wow. The police dude's just standing there? Well, what are they gonna do? Look at them all, bro. Like, they were packed all the way in there. Like sardines, bro. Like, and they're just running down the street. Oh my god. You just let them all in. The Moroccan Muslims who invaded the small Spanish city of Ceuta are now breaking into stores by the hundreds. Police are completely overwhelmed. Migrants can be seen running from one store to the next, grabbing items and running. Where's the military? The police, obviously, by the way, if you just started shooting these people, they'd stop doing this. They would. They'd stop doing this. But they're not going to do that. So this is all being allowed by the government. The government is allowing this to happen. Like, if you gave the military and the police free reign, this problem would be over in like 3 hours. You can't do that in Europe. You can do it anywhere, actually. You can do anything you want. What do you mean you can't do that? Who says who? What? You can't do that. Uh-huh. Can't invade other countries too? Yeah. Here we go. As everyone could have guessed, many of the 50,000 illegal migrants who crossed into Ceuta and Melilla yesterday spent the night by breaking into homes, looting stores, and clashing with the Spanish police. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Incredible. So, the solution to the problem is import more doctors and scientists? Well, that's what they're doing right now. North Africa, oh, setting a bomb. Oh my god, look at this photo, or video. Wow. That's it. Look how many there are. Yep, there's a lot of them. Franco would never let this happen. No, he wouldn't. He would not have let this happen. Oh my god. So annoyed all these publications keep calling them migrants. They're not migrants, they're invaders. Ceuta and Melilla are set on fire by North African Muslim criminals. See for yourself. Here we go. It's literally World War Z. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Look at them all. That is insane. Look at that. Wow. There's fires going on.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Where the fuck is the military? They're not going to use it. Yep, they're not going to use it. They're going to let it happen. They're going to let this keep happening over and over and over. And it still won't be enough to wake the Spaniards up. I don't know if this will be enough to wake them up. I think that one of the European countries might have to fall. Maybe two of them might have to fall in order for the other European countries to put pretense aside and actually solve this problem. I think that's it could have to get that bad. It's possible. I hope it's not mine. I know. I don't want to see that happen. I don't think anybody wants to see that happen. But that's the world that we're living in. So take a look at this. Ceuta has a population of 83,000, which half are male. Half of the total population is Muslim, which means that there's only 4,000 Spanish Christians of fighting age in Ceuta. Yesterday, 80,000 Moroccans, all military-aged men, invaded Ceuta. This is a full-scale religious conquest. Let me see this. Wow. It's not going to wake him up. Snapping his roast location in Spain. Yeah. Imagine this happening in Texas. The people would just be target practice to gun owners. No, they wouldn't. Why are you even saying that? This was happening in Texas for 4 years under Biden. And you didn't have a bunch of the good old boys going out and sitting on the border and picking off Mexicans. That didn't happen. No, now they're living in the country, collecting welfare, having kids, and saying that their kids are Americans. It happened. What are you talking about? Is you be arrested, not the immigrant? How do you end that? It's really easy. Trump ended the border problem. There's no border crossings anymore. You can just turn it off. That's it. You just turn it off. You stop it. Throwing rocks. Look at him, bro. Imagine this, bro. You show up in a country and you're immediately throwing rocks at the fucking police. Oh my God. Wow. They should have sent them to Minnesota. They would have called it assimilation. Did they just break a window out? So much value? Yeah, or yeah, they literally just broke, yeah, they just broke some person's window out, right? I feel like that's what happened. Yeah. Oh my God. Texans just know stuff? Yeah. Texas, Western world has defended its borders with force, so we mowed down these invaders. Maybe they would stop trying to do this shit. You're right. You're totally right. I mean, if they knew they'd get shot if they came over the border and they did this, they wouldn't come over. They'd stop coming over. It's pretty simple. A woman in Ceuta was absolutely shaking on camera, surrounded by illegal migrants and begging the army to intervene. I'm surrounded. I'm scared. This is an invasion. 60, 70,000 poured in overnight. Nearly the entire population. Try to imagine that. Her somber warning is haunting. It started here. Next could be Melilla, the Canaries, and Tarifa. The Europe's southern gate just swung wide open, and ordinary people are wondering where the government is.
Es indignante. Yo estoy rodeada,
I'm surrounded.
Tengo miedo.
I'm scared.
¿Cómo no voy a tener miedo?
How could I not be scared when I feel like crying?
No se puede.
It's not right.
No se puede, de verdad. No se puede, necesitamos ayuda.
Rocío.
Es que estoy temblando. Es que de verdad esto es para
And really, you
vivirlo.
have to experience this for
Esto es para
yourself?
vivirlo como mujer.
As a woman?
Esto es para vivirlo. Esto es una invasión. Han empezado
That's
por
an
Ceuta,
invasion?
pero esto es la frontera a España, la
the
frontera a
border with
Europa.
Europe?
Hoy ha sido Melilla, mañana será Canarias,
To
pasado
make with
será
Canary
Tarifa.
Islands, it could be
De verdad,
Tarifa.
es que no
Honestly,
viene
it's
esto.
just not right. Man.
No podemos llamar a la policía ni a la Guardia Civil
I-
porque no dan abasto. Necesitamos.
I don't feel sorry for him. I don't either. I don't. I mean, like, cause probably voted for it. Tattoo. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I don't have any sympathy at all. Like, it's Those are the kinds of people that voted for this stuff, right? They wanted this to happen, and now it's happening. I saw this too. We've got him dual wielding, right? Photo taken about 250 meters from my house. I have 2 girls, 3 and 7 years old, that I basically had to escort all the way to the port along with my wife so that the 3 of them could leave for Malaga. It's not just a city of 80,000 people. 50,000 have entered. No, it's that they're walking around the streets with katanas. That's right, guys. He just got his loadout. He just hit his loadout, bro. Like, there it is. And, yep, there it is. No way a Moroccan bro brought this bike.
El máquina de la semana. En bicicleta por el agua.
Oh my god. Look at all the shit in the river. Look at all that. It's just garbage everywhere.
El máquina de la semana.
Yeah, this is part of his triathlon. Or just dumping trash on the beaches as they float. Yeah, this is it, guys. Look at this. Turned into India in 1 hour. Look at that. Oh my god. Yep, there it is. Why does this is the Spanish part of India? Why do people think colonialism is a bad thing when this is an example of reverse colonialism? Because they view this type of colonialism as a punishment for the original colonialism. That's great. That's awesome. Yep. When you're Spanish, you try to enter Ceuta the legal way, but there's oh god.
Buenos días. ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Oh man, and it was all over that one time. They come from Africa? Yeah, I mean, they're coming from Middle Eastern countries through Africa, etc. She's migrated? Yes, apparently. And this same problem is happening everywhere. Here we go. The streets of Ceuta are piled with trash and waste after the invasion of tens of thousands. So this was one day. This is one day of these people being in the country. One day. Wow. Not good. The diversity makes them stronger. I think it has to. I mean, I don't know why else they would do it. Sure. Germany's far-left party, Die Linke, demands the country must take in illegal migrants who stormed Ceuta. Germany and the EU have a duty to help with providing aid and taking in asylum seekers, declared Clara, a 40-year-old white woman, probably. Deputy leader of the Left Party parliamentary group, according to AFP news agency. Anyone who believes that further isolation will solve the problem is mistaken. So, and this is what these people believe. It is. It's Karen fatigue. I know. We have Karen fatigue. It's very bad. And even El Shokas is even talking about this, right? He's another streamer. Best wishes to all the inhabitants of Ceuta and Melilla. The government might leave you high and dry, but the vast majority of Spaniards are fucking pissed off and standing with you. There it is. I'm glad to see more people talking about this. This is a good thing. And a Moroccan illegal migrant records himself with a selfie stick as he swims to Ceuta and illegally crosses into Spain. I don't know really if this is accurate, but, you know, again. It's official. The number of African illegals that have invaded Spain in just 24 hours is now 60,000 and still rising. They're absolutely everywhere in Ceuta, whose population was 80,000 before. The Spanish prime minister is a traitor. He should be removed from office. Yeah. Look at them all. Jesus. The police are just standing around. Wow. Moving him won't set an example. It could. If you do what... I can't really say what I think you need to do. I'll just say that. But there's a way you could make this stop. To shoot him? No, worse than that. A lot worse. Just endorse, publicly remove him? I don't know. We're in live send a message? Oh, no, a lot worse. Wow. That's crazy. And then these are also, by the way, more cultural enrichment. Invaders are climbing on ladders, smashing out windows, and entering into citizens' homes. Oh, man. He's fixing... Oh, he's an AC repairman. That must be it. Yeah, he's repairing the AC. Forcing their way into residential houses. So this is apparently... People are saying this is a residential house. Can he be armed in Spain? Honest question. I'm assuming that in Ceuta you probably can't have a weapon. If I had to guess. Is that a PvP server? It wasn't, but now it is. And this is also, I thought, interesting. A Moroccan origin influencer residing in Ceuta reveals that the Moroccan assailants are not crossing the border primarily out of necessity, but because they consider Ceuta to be property of Morocco. Many of them come with the narrative that since Ceuta is Moroccan, it belongs to them. Such perspectives reinforce the idea of a covert Green March and dismiss the hypothesis of a simple conventional migratory invasion. 500 years under Spain, by the way? Yeah, I know. I heard that they've had that longer than Constantinople. You know, Turkey's had Constantinople. So, like, yeah, I get it, right? I'm not saying I don't get it. I'm just saying that it's, you know, oh, here... A Moroccan migrant tries to break in and abuse a female bus driver in Spain after she refused his sexual advances. Poland belongs to the Germans? I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't end very well, did it? And I thought this was funny. This is the Prime Minister of Spain who just approved mass amnesty with Alex Soros. Is it starting to make sense? Very interesting, isn't it? Wow. And this is another image from yesterday. We looked at a lot of these, but I think this is a new one that came out. Spanish journalists. We can see thousands of Moroccan women and children here who immigrate seeking a better life. They're all men. I don't know if that's what she's saying. Is that actually what she's saying?
Podemos ver que están mojados la frontera del Tarajal. Esta mañana se ha producido una situación crítica. Había un centenar de personas. Vemos a muchísimos niños, Sandra, cruzando esta frontera. Como decía, esta mañana se ha producido una situación muy crítica. Mujeres...
Well, there it is. Subtitles are correct. I guess that's it. And, oh my God, some of these people are just crazy. And during Franco's era, there was only a low 1 meter fence and not a single one got through. Man, I wonder why. Why would that happen? And let me go back and look at the other ones here. Moroccan traffic police keeps directing thousands of illegal migrants towards the Spanish border fence in Ceuta. Illegal migrants arrive by the truckload. Look at them all. Oh my God. Grocery stores are being fenced off and guarded by police because hundreds of hungry migrants are waiting for the chance to loot them. Oh my God. Rip small stores. Yep. God damn, no shot. I know, it's really bad, isn't it? Isn't that insane? The flip-flop gatherings? Yeah, they're all wearing their flippy-floppies. They are. How can the left keep defending this? Genuine question. Future voters. They don't defend it. They just simply ignore it. Like, you don't understand. Like, see, you are still operating under the premise that they have to explain themselves or something like that. After only 24 hours, finally what one singular thread threw on the main European subreddit. Check the flare on the thread yourself. It's some 1984 shit. Okay, let me see this. Almost all have returned to Morocco. Really? Notice, thread locked for a bit. The moderators are unable to handle the volume. We will unlock later when we're back. The number of crossings has been updated to 60,000. No racism, bigotry, or other hate speech. No racism, bigotry, including sexism, homophobia, transphobia, and other forms of hate speech, as well as dehumanizing language in general. No endorsement of violence or other criminal activity. That includes but not limited to advocating for somebody to be hanged, drowned, beaten, or advocating to shoot the boats. If you need a refresher, it was an orchestrated attack by the Moroccan regime. Oh my God, in one day this does not happen organically. Spain should tell Morocco to behave with the EU full backing. Holy hell, that's like 60% of the city's entire population. Organized by Morocco as retaliation for Spain cozying up to Algeria. Well, why is Spain letting them in, though? Like, I mean, this is it. 49K people isn't migration, it's an invasion. Well, then what are you going to do about it? Well, you can't say what you're going to do about it, because if you do, you get banned.
Francisco Franco, if you can hear me, please save Spain from the Islamic invasion.
Seriously. And unfortunately, the Pope is going to sit around and say, well, you know, we need to be humanitarian with these people.
Nope.
Really? What is their obligation? What is anyone's obligation? You notice it's only the white people that have an obligation?
Mm-hmm.
Our countries are being invaded. Our culture is being destroyed. Our society is being ripped apart. Not theirs. They're fine.
Well, I think their society is being ripped apart, but they're doing it to themselves.
They will always have a home to return to. Our home, that's our home that's being invaded and destroyed. That's the birthplace of our culture is being destroyed. But we always have the obligations to everybody else. They have no obligations. They have no... How about they get their own fucking drinking water? You want to talk about obligations? How about they have their own clean drinking water? How about they grow their own food? How about they police their own streets and kill their own terrorists in the Sahel? How about they do that? And how about they stop invading our countries? How about their governments keep their people from fleeing into our countries because theirs are so miserable? But it's always, when these people are here wrecking everything, we have to restrain ourselves, removing them. I'm getting...
I don't agree with that.
Or double standard.
It is a double standard.
And it comes from the Catholic Church, and it's not cool.
True.
I'm sick of hearing that.
True.
He goes to Lampedusa and says, you know, we have an obligation to these people.
No, we don't.
Well, that's just disgraceful. You go to the site of this invasion and say, well, we got to be nicer to them. You want to talk about human dignity? Okay, why don't you go there then? The reason they're coming to Italy is because they're poor and miserable and their countries are violent.
That's right.
So you want to be brave and go to Lampedusa and say, hey, we got to be nice to these people. We got to treat them with dignity. Why don't you go to the Congo and give them the lecture on human dignity? Why don't you go to Uganda and Nigeria and give them the lecture on human dignity? And then maybe their people won't be fleeing and invading our countries looking for a fucking handout. It's sick. Anyway, people say he's the anti-pope. I mean, I'm not going to go that far.
I don't think he's the anti-pope. I just think that he has values that are just not congruent with what the world needs right now. I generally have a favorable opinion on Pope Leo, but his perspectives on immigration are just simply wrong.
I disagree with his politics. It's just like such a typical liberal disposition. I still think he's the Pope, even though I disagree.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Exactly. And so also this one is actually real. Let me see this real quick. Pope calls General Franco savior of civilization. Here we go. Cover article of Social Justice. Social Justice newspaper, May 1st, 1939, reporting Pope Pius the 12th's celebration of Francisco Franco. Why can't the migrants live in the Vatican? I don't know. Yeah, it's a mystery. I have no idea. The Pope's pandering to the left on every single issue, though? Well, it's because the left is allowed to act like feral animals, and nobody in government is willing to rein them in. Like, whenever a bunch of, foaming leftists decide to go out and have a crash out because of some manufactured controversy, everybody is just expected to put up with this. Now, if it was up to me, I don't think we should be putting up with it at all. And this is smashing the graves of people in Ceuta, throwing pieces of the citizens in Spain. What is this? They're smashing graves? Is this like an Elden Ring? There's like all those like souls at the graves that you can loot? They're actually digging up like... Yeah, bro, like, it's like Valheim, right? They're preparing for the 1.0 Valheim thing. This is one thing you might not know, is that in Valheim, if you're in the Meadows area, a really good way to get early items is that if you can dig, and there'll be areas that have, like, kind of a circle of rocks around them, and you can dig down into that area, and you can find an ancient longboat, and it will allow you to maybe get a few extra resources early. So, like, they might just be... I think they're actually just preparing for the Valheim release next week.